One teenager is dead, another in the hospital after a homeowner allegedly caught them breaking into his garage.
Teens shot in White Lake early this morning were reportedly part of a larger group on the man's property. Fox 2's Scott Wolchak has the latest from police.
A total of 7 shots fired at 7 teens. One of the teenagers died on the way to the hospital and was found here just a street away on Halfpenny and Commerce. A second teen was also hurt. The other 5 scattered after the shooting.
People thought it was fireworks. No dogs went off. Nobody woke up. Nobody knew nothing.
She says this garage has been broken into 3 times in the past year.
I hope you all get caught. And I hope that the injury hurts for a while.
Guys, we got to jump right into this story where these parents completely failed their children because you had some teenagers break into this guy's garage and they got smoked. And now they're over here hooting and hollering and crying that this person was malicious and racist and all of these other ridiculous things. It's totally unbelievable. I'll speak about it more. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Lake homeowner has been charged with manslaughter in a shooting back in July that raised. New at 5, a White Lake homeowner has been charged with manslaughter in a shooting back in July that raised some questions.
The prosecutor says Dayton Napton shot a 17-year-old who was trying to steal items from his garage. Let's get out to Erica Erickson. She's live tonight with the latest details.
All right, let's make sure we're clear. They didn't just go out and go on a killing spree. I want to kill N-words today. They went and shot somebody who was stealing items from their garage. Let's keep going.
In this case, Erica, the prosecutor says Napton crossed a line here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different sides we're hearing. We're hearing from the prosecutor's office, that man's defense attorney, and the family of that teen who was shot and killed, and they're upset.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and it hurts a lot.
4 months after 17-year-old Sivan Wilson of Pontiac shot and killed in White Lake Township. His family says the charges have them confused.
I think the way they went about it, it could have been done better.
24-year-old Dayton Napton charged with manslaughter, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, and 2 counts of felony firearm for the death of Wilson and shooting another teen in the leg. Wilson's family says they want Napton charged with murder.
It doesn't make sense that it wasn't done out of malice, and for them to charge him with manslaughter when everything in the report is suggesting that it was malicious intent.
Back in July, prosecutors say Wilson, along with 6 others, broke into Napton's detached garage. Napton coming out with a 9mm. Prosecutors say firing 2 shots through a windowless, locked garage door. Then, as the group ran away, prosecutors say Napton shot at them 5 more times, ran back inside, reloaded his gun, and came back outside.
Sivan was running away and got shot. I never heard anything about him getting shot in the garage.
But prosecutors say Wilson hit and killed from a bullet fired through the locked door.
We had a really close connection. So it hurts a lot. I would have never expected this to happen to him. He has so many dreams and aspirations.
Why would they even upload this photo? Like, let's go ahead and let's roll back the tape for a second. Why would you upload this photo? Dude, like, I guess this is the sister and the brother. Like, brother just got his shirt off. Y'all couldn't find a better photo than this for the sister? Like, I mean, I'm trying. You would think I'm just not sympathetic. Well, honestly, I'm not, because this is stupid, but I'll let them finish up and then I'll speak on it.
Dreams and aspirations.
Back out here live, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office says the rights to own firearms and protect one's family and home are fundamental. Those important rights also come with profound responsibility. We believe the evidence demonstrates this defendant crossed the line by firing outside his home at fleeing persons. Now, meanwhile, I just got off the phone with Napton's defense attorney. He says Napton was startled, and this case is one of, quote, stone self-defense, and he believes Napton should have never been charged. We have many more details at clickondetroit.com. Reporting live, Erica Erickson, Local 4.
So they do have a stand your ground law out there. Now, I don't know how it applies to protecting property, or like the property protection. Like, they try to say, well, it was outside his house. Well, it's on his property, clearly. So depending on what the law says, that's obviously going to be bared out in court. But we're not here to talk about the law in the courts. We're here to talk about the facts. You don't break into somebody's property and not expect to F around and find out. This is another example. Ladies and gentlemen, get a dang hold of your kids. Okay, get a hold of your kids. Make sure they're not going in and robbing people and stealing stuff and just doing stupid stuff. Okay, you steal a pack of gum from the grocery store. You probably don't expect the cops to go just freaking lock and load and just unload bullets on you. How you doing the bullet dance? Okay, cool. But you're not dealing with a grocery store or some big place where you're stealing a freaking pack of socks from, I don't know, a Walmart or something. You're talking about going to somebody's house. So somebody's worked for this, earned whatever they got, and they said it was like a detached garage. So this means it was probably locked. So they probably had to break into it. As a matter of fact, I read the story before I recorded this video. They did break into this person's garage, and they said it was like 1 a.m. If somebody come to my house at 1 a.m. and I'm hearing shuffling and talking and giggling and hurry up and all of this stuff, then you damn right, I'm a freaking lock and load, and I'm gonna be unloading some bullets too. You're gonna see me on the news talking about some manslaughter and people just whining and complaining like, how could he do this? Get a hold of your family. If it was my little knothead son over here got killed over something, you know who I would blame? I wouldn't blame some white dude for shooting and killing somebody who's breaking into their dang house or garage or whatever. I'd blame myself. I'd be like, how could I let this happen? How could I have not raised my child well enough to where in their mind this was okay, to where they thought that this was safe and they were going to be fine, and maybe they had weapons, maybe they didn't. They didn't release that information on whether or not the teens had weapons or not. But they had to have something if they broke into somebody's garage. What they do is just Incredible Hulk it just with their bare hands, just break off a lock. I highly doubt it. So whatever happened here, of course, I think this guy is probably going to, or at least he should. I don't know how woke they are out there in the courts, but you know, even if they do get some conviction or something, it's probably going to be overturned, because I just think that you can't just go breaking into people's stuff and then just expect not to F around and find out. As a matter of fact, that's what I'd encourage most people to do. Don't be so afraid of the law that you're not going to protect your home. They also said this guy's property was broken into. I believe that same garage was broken into several times before. It might've been the same people coming back for more. Like, well, ain't nothing happened the first time, so let's go do it again. And we know we could just cry and scream on TV and everybody's just going to take our side and have sympathy and say, well, it's just physical stuff. It's nothing compared to a life. Well, I mean, maybe to you, I guarantee you that obviously those people care about their things more than they do your life. And you got to argue that maybe you cared about those things more than you do your life if you put yourself in a position to get killed over it. Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't so expensive and so worthwhile to endanger your life and not have any future over because you decided to steal something instead of, you know, just saving up money, maybe working a little bit more hours or something to try to earn something. And this was a young man wiped off the face of the earth. I think they said 17 years old because of foolish decisions. And I would argue bad parenting. Don't have your kids out here getting killed because you just looked the other way every time they got in trouble in school. Every time you caught them doing something, you maybe gave them a hand wagging or something, but that's not enough, because if you got people out here going as far as to rob people, I mean, that is a whole nother level. You got people out here robbing people. In some cases, I've done stories about people stealing cars, all kinds of stuff. As young as 13 years old, I did a story of a 13-year-old, I think it was 2 of them, got killed stealing cars. And this was like their dozenth car that they had stolen. Like, whatever little addiction that some of these kids are getting, how the hell is this happening? My parents never took their eyes off me long enough for me to ever get into anything like this. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people out here? It needs to stop. That's one of the reasons I had this channel, is because I want it to stop. I don't want this stuff to happen to people. Yeah, was I laughing at how stupid the family, the sister sounded? Yeah, of course. That's because she does sound stupid, because this never should have happened. I don't want anybody to feel like they can't grieve over the loss of somebody. But you can't blame somebody for trying to protect their home and their property that they have worked, that literally everybody out here is working their entire life to earn money and get things so that they can live a better life. So you can't blame people for wanting to protect that from somebody just coming in and just stealing everything that they work for. That's just not going to work. And no, I don't have sympathy for that. But guys, let me know what you think. You think that this homeowner went too far and that maybe they should have just, fire some warning shots or something? I mean, the cops don't tend to, have that luxury. The cops just lock and load and shoot people and kill them all the time. And you don't hear people making this stupid defense for them. So I think that when you're protecting your personal property, on your property, it is this guy's home after all, that you should be able to do that. But some people obviously don't think that's the case. They think if you go and start stealing and breaking into people's homes and garages or tool sheds, whatever it is, that you should just be able to do that, and you can't do anything about it except for fire shots in the air to scare them off, I guess. But let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.